What's up, everyone? My name is Luke Rangel, and welcome to Mindset Secrets with Anatomy Fitness. Are you tired of putting in so much hard work to see little to no results? Are you confused because you feel like you are eating healthy, yet the body still isn't changing? Or are you like how I used to be? You know what to do, yet you just don't do it. You see, it's not about how you work out or even what you eat. It's about our habits we do day to day that form who we are and what we look like. So how do I change my habits to ultimately succeed? That is the question. These mindset secrets are the answer. Welcome, warriors. Let's dive in. What's up, everybody? Happy Sunday. Welcome to Mindset Secrets. Again, we are going through the series called Put Your Dreams to the Test. If you have been following along, or if you're on tonight, go ahead and comment down below. Let me see you so I can say welcome. And so tonight we're going to be talking about tenacity. Last week we talked about the cost question, one of my favorites. So I'm just going to go ahead and open up the PowerPoint and let's dive in. Dun, dun, dun. And if you've been if this is your first time, no worries. We're going to do a quick recap for you so you could catch right up. So again, this week we're talking about the tenacity question. And a quick recap is, very first thing we had to do is go over the definition of a dream. And we realized it's an inspiring picture of the future that energizes your mind, will, and emotions, empowering you to do anything you can to achieve it. So a few things we know about dreams. One, most people have dreams. The second thing that we know is most people have no idea how to achieve their dreams. And so there are 10 questions that we cover throughout this entire series that will help us not only be able to see our dreams clearly, but actually be able to seize those dreams. And again, this could be any area of your life. We use a lot of examples for health and fitness because that's what I do. But just know, like, if your goal is to lose 50 pounds, we want to make sure you could easily be able to see it and seize it. So the questions that we've covered so far, we talked about the ownership question on week 1. Whatever you think, be sure it is what you think. Whatever you want, be sure it is what you want. Whatever you feel, be sure it is what you feel. And again, the main kind of what that pretty much says is just make sure it's your own dream. It's not something your parents told you to do or something you think you should be doing, but something that you want to do. The clarity question, do you have a vision to clearly see your dream? And the biggest mistake people do is they get this idea in their head of what they want to do and they start with a strategy right away, when it's actually more important to be able to truly clearly see where you want to go and who you need to become first. The reality question, am I depending on factors within my control? Just meaning, am I playing within my strengths? So many times we have these huge dreams, but it's really just, it doesn't work with you and your likes and what you like. You could still achieve it, but you play the role of where your strengths are at. And then we have the passion question. If you're working on something exciting that you really care about, you don't have to be pushed. The vision pulls you, right? You have to have that passion. And then the pathway question, we use the acronym SECURE, SECURE, for your dream. Again, you can find all of these in your members portal. And to watch the recordings if you want to watch what the SECURE means. The people question is, it is important to have the right team and also know how to transfer your dream to them. Big communication piece. And then last week, we talked about one of my favorites, which is the cost question. Are you willing to pay the price for your dream? And then we found out most people quit when the cost becomes too much. Pretty much, not most people, whenever anyone quits, it is the only reason is because the cost became too much. That could be financial costs, but more importantly, that's usually the emotional cost, the cost of patience, like whatever it may be. And that's why people quit. So again, this week, we are talking about the tenacity question. Am I moving closer to my dream? Now, I absolutely love this, especially when it comes to health and reaching your goals, because every single day you want to be able to know that you're moving closer to your dream. For those of you who don't know my backstory, I worked out for when I first got serious about working out and reaching my goals. I worked out for over 5 years, 6 days a week, every single week for 5 years, and I got zero results. I looked the exact same 5 years later, and I can't tell you how frustrating that was, how angry I was. And if I just knew this before I started, I could have saved 4.5 years of my life knowing that I wasn't getting closer to my ultimate dream of being fit, of having a six pack, of whatever that may be, right? So the tenacity question, am I moving closer to my dream? President Woodrow Wilson. We grow by dreams. All big individuals are dreamers. They see things in the soft haze of a spring day or in the red fire on a long winter's evening. Some of us let those great dreams die, but others nourish and protect them, nourish them through bad days until they bring them to the sunshine and light, which becomes always to those who sincerely hope that their dreams will come true. All right, so am I moving closer to your dream? If you want to become someone who nourishes a dream until it comes true, then you need to keep working, keep striving, keep moving closer to your dream. So to do that, we have 7 different steps on how we could do that. So keep these in mind. If you downloaded the worksheet, now it's the time to look at it. If you ever want the worksheet, it's also in your members portal, or if you just have notes and a paper. So step number 1 on how to get closer to your dream. To move closer to your dream, recognize that quitting is more about who you are than where you are. Oh man, I love this. Quitting is more about who you are than where you are. Everyone faces difficulty when working toward a dream. So I'll stop right there. How many of you, comment down below, raise your hand, like the button, whatever it may be. How many of you have any kind of difficulty so far? Have you ever wanted something and it was more difficult than you thought, right? We all have. Everyone faces difficulty when working toward a dream, and if someone fails, he can make excuses for what went wrong, how the unexpected happened, how someone let him down, how circumstances worked against him, but the reality is that the external things do not stop people. I'm going to say that again. The reality is that the external things do not stop people. It's what happens to them on the inside. Most people stop themselves from reaching their potential. Think about this. So again, I love using the health examples because it just ties in true for so many things, because it's one of the most difficult roads, because you can't just like take something or do something. You could even follow the perfect nutrition plan. You could follow the perfect workout plan, but you won't reach your final destination of health and fitness until you become the person that you need to become, which is why I love how quitting is more about who you are than where you are. How many of you have started your health journey and you stopped, right? I think all of us in this group have as well. You started and you stopped. But did you stop because the unexpected happened, right? We get multiple people that quit a month because something unexpected happened in their life. And that's the reason they tell themselves they quit. Did someone let you down, right? People blame that their coach didn't reach out to them enough. So is that the reason why you quit your journey? Because of somebody else? How circumstances worked against them. But the reality is, external things just don't stop people. I can't tell you how many times I've been let down, difficult things happened, financially things happen, like everything has happened to me that has happened to you on your journey. But I never let any of that stop because I kept changing as who I was on the inside, right? And that's what everyone needs to do to reach where they want to go. So Harvey, he says, you can tell you're on the road to success because it's an uphill all the way. And one thing that John Maxwell says, who's a leader in leadership, if you guys don't know who he is, he says, if you quit one thing, you're going to quit another thing. It's because it's who you are. It's not the circumstances. If you quit your last job hoping that the next job will appreciate you more, I'm sorry, but you're out of luck. You quit because it's who you are. It's not because of the job, right? 99.9%. So number 2, to move closer to your dream, improve your vocabulary. So notice the difference in these two scenarios. We have the can't category, and then we have the can do category. So you might need some glasses, but here we go. So the can't category, we've never done it before. We don't have the resources. There's not enough time. We already tried that. It's a waste of time. We don't have the expertise. Our vendors won't go for it. We don't have enough money. We are unstaffed. We don't have the equipment. It'll never get any better. Let someone else deal with it. It's too radical. Our customers won't buy it. It's not my job and I can't. How many of you have used those phrases before? Right? Instead, we need to use the phrases, we have the opportunity to be first. Necessity fuels invention. We'll change how we work. We learned from the experience. Think of the possibilities. Let's network with those who do. Let's show them the opportunities. Maybe there's something we can cut. We're a lean, hungry team. Maybe we can sub it out. We'll try one more time. I'm ready to learn something new. Let's take a chance. They'll love it when they understand it. I'll be glad to take the responsibility. And of course, yes, I can. So you just have to change your vocabulary. I can't tell you how many times, I coach one person right now, and she always jokes because, like, the first time she came, she was like, I only lost 1 pound, right? Or I only lost 2 pounds. I only lost 5 pounds. Fill in the blank. Trust me, I know every single person has said something like that before. You have to change your vocabulary to I lost 1 pound. I lost 5 pounds, right? Number 3, to move closer to your dream, recognize that waiting for everything to be right is wrong. Waiting for everything to be right is wrong. Now, everybody in this group has already made the decision to start, but how many of you in here had to wait till it was the right timing to officially start? Oh, I'll start. I'm going on vacation in 3 months, so I don't want to start now because I don't want to lose 20 pounds before vacation and then gain it back, right? How many of you waited till it was the right time, and then you started and realized it wasn't the right time? Jack Canfield, in his wonderful book, The Success Principles, How to Get from Where You Are to Where You Want to Be, he writes, it's time to quit waiting for, and these are the things you have to stop waiting for: perfection, inspiration, permission, reassurance, someone to change, right? Anyone in here blaming their spouse or blaming their best friend or whoever they hang out with the most, you're not changing because the person you're close to isn't changing? The right person to come along, the kids leave home, a more favorable horoscope. I won't go on that. The new administration to take over, an absence of risk, someone to discover you, a clear set of instructions. Ooh, that was a good one. I'm going to stop there. So how many of you, because I'm currently talking to someone right now who they're just not starting a plan because they need to be told exactly what to do. And I keep saying you just have to start. More self-confidence, and then you're just waiting for the pain to go away. So those are the things that you have to quit waiting for to happen. Number 4, to move closer to your dream, you have to change your thinking. Things turn out best for the people who make the best of the way things turn out. Things turn out best for the people who make the best of the way things turn out. Jim Rohn, for things to change, you must change. For things to get better, you must get better. Don't wish things were easier, wish you were better. All that's saying is you can't wait for things to change. You have to change yourself. You have to change your thinking. We'll move on. Let's go to number 5. To move closer to your dream, recognize the resources for your dream. Recognize that the resources for your dream stop the moment you do. Effort only releases its reward after a person refuses to quit. How many times, now, like, this is so much deeper than what it says. So, like, the resources for your dream stop the moment you do. How many of you had no idea what to do, like, didn't know where to go, who to find people, like, whatever. And then the moment you started working toward your dream, all of these new opportunities just suddenly, right, started appearing. And so you just figured it keep on appearing, and they keep on appearing the moment you keep working towards your dream. But then the moment your dream starts getting a little tougher, you stop working towards your dream, and those new opportunities get less and less and less. And then that's the reason why you ended up quitting, is because you stopped working towards it, the resources stopped coming to you, and that validated your excuse for stopping the dream. But if you kept working towards it, if you kept pushing towards it, those resources would have kept coming and coming and coming. Right? Effort only releases its reward after a person refuses to quit. Number 6. I love this one. So, right, if you haven't wrote anything down, this is the one that you want to write down. To move closer to your dream, practice the rule of 5. So, however you say that guy's name, he said, if you would go every day to a very large tree and take 5 swings at it with a very sharp axe, eventually, no matter how large the tree, it would have to come down. What this is saying is every day do 5 things that get you closer to your dream. No matter how big your dream is, if you do 5 things every day that will move you closer to your dream, no matter how big that dream is, you will reach it. But you have to be consistent and make it a habit of doing 5 things every single day. Is that planning out your meals, studying, reading a book on whatever it is towards nutrition, right? Is that exercising? Is that saying positive things to yourself every morning, right? What are the 5 things that you could do to make it come true? And then lastly, number 7, to move closer to your dream, remember that when you have exhausted all possibilities, you haven't. You just haven't. A dream is not only a vision that compels you to follow it forward into the future, it is a measuring tool for every day and a motivation for every effort. If you have chosen your dream wisely, then you must pursue it tenaciously. So every single time I feel like I ran out of possibilities, like I don't know what else to do, like the more I keep asking myself questions, there's always something else. There is literally always something else. You are never out of possibilities, right? You have to become resourceful with your resources. And that is the 7 steps of being able to move closer to your dream. And that is the tenacity question. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you did enjoy it, I'm sorry. But again, remember, as we go through these questions, which ones resonate with you? Which ones are like super easy for you and you're like, I got that, no problem at all. And then which ones are, man, I need to really think more about that. Those are the ones that you need to do, because not all 10 are meant for every single person. But if you have the baseline of all 10 and know which ones you're good at, which ones you need to work on, and you do it daily, eventually when you're good at all 10, your dream, it's inevitable that's going to happen. All right, guys, happy Sunday. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, evening, whatever it is. And let's rock this next week.